Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Teresa and I'm glad you guys decided to join me today. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 Dollar Tree Farmhouse inspired Valentine's Day decor projects. But before we get started, if you are new, make sure you hit that red subscribe that's down below. And don't forget to hit that little bell that will send you a notification every time I upload a new video. So if you want to see what I do in these 3 projects, stick around and let's get started. All right, so in our first project, you will need 2 of these made with love jars. Actually, you could use 3 because we're going to be doing 3 jars. I just used an old pickle jar that I had in my stash. You could use a mason jar if you wanted to, whatever you choose. You're going to use some ribbon. I'm using this burlap and lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and it is the wired edge, and it comes in 9 feet. I'm going to use some jute or twine, and I get mine at Walmart just because I use it so much. It's more bang for my buck that way, but the Dollar Tree does carry twine as well. You are also going to need some sort of a heart shape. I am going to be using this wooden heart shape that came in a pack of wooden letters from Walmart, but Dollar Tree does have the foam heart stickers right now, and I know they carry the wood letters as well as the wood numbers, and I know the number pack has additional shapes, but I'm not sure if a heart is one. You could also, if you can't find either the foam stickers or the wooden heart shape, you could also print something out from your printer as well and just trace that onto the project. Then you're also going to need some paint of your choice, and I'm going to be using my favorite Waverly chalk paint from Walmart in red as well as white. You're going to need some sort of a paintbrush. You can use the foam paintbrushes or the standard bristle brush. I wouldn't say it's necessarily standard anymore. Whatever you have and whatever you prefer. Then you're also going to need a pair of scissors and some sort of adhesive. I am going to be using my hot glue and my hot glue gun. So to get started with this project, we're going to be painting our 2 made with love vases in the white chalk paint. And I did do 2 coats on mine. You don't necessarily have to. It would actually look really good with the one, but I just wanted a little bit better coverage for mine. So I did do the 2 coats. And then I'm also going to paint my wooden heart as well. Now I do know the foam hearts at Dollar Tree, the packs come in, the colors are red, pink, and white. So I mean, you've got 3 different options there for those. And once we get these painted, then we're going to paint that little heart, and I did paint the edges of the heart as well, just to make sure it had a more finished look to it. And then we're going to set those aside to dry and come back and paint our red jar. And like I said, this would look really cute if you did use the 3 made with love jars. You just wouldn't need the embellishment for the center of the 3rd one. That's the only reason why I use that. So here we are going to paint the red one, and again I did do 2 coats on this. And then once they're all dry, we're going to sand down the high parts, the high spots on the 2 made with love jars or vases. And I just gently sanded it. The paint comes off pretty easily. And I didn't want to get too carried away with it. I just wanted to, you know, get those high points as well as the ridges along the top and bottom on both of the jars. And then once we're done with that, we are going to wrap all 3 of the top parts of the jars with our twine. And I'm going to show you here on the red one. And I'm just going to tack it with a little bit of hot glue at the back. And then you can wrap it as many times as you want to. I tend to like a little bit more heavier coverage on mine. And as you can see, I'm just tacking it in several places as I'm wrapping it around the jar there. And then once you get it to the way, you know, the desired look that you want, you're just going to hot glue it. And I always try to hot glue my end point in the same spot as my start point. So that gives you your front and your back of the jar. Then once we get that tacked down, you're just going to add your ribbon. And basically what you're going to do with the ribbon is you're just going to take the roll of ribbon and wrap it around the center of the jar and cut it to size. And then you're just going to hot glue it and on the back. And then I also put a dab of hot glue in the center so the ribbon doesn't, so it stays centered through. And then we're just going to adhere our heart. And then we're going to tie some bows. And I make these with twine. And basically how I do that is I just wrap it around my 4 fingers to the thickness that I like. And then I'm just going to tie it in the center with another piece of the twine and attach it with some hot glue. Excuse me. And that's it, guys. So on to project number 2, you're just going to need a heart, and I'm going to be using one from a previous project that I will link up above in an iCard for you, as well on the end screen. You're going to need a key, and I had got this pack of keys from the Dollar Tree back this summer when they had all that bridal stuff. You're going to need some burlap, and I'm going to be using this burlap roll that I had on hand in my stash, a Sharpie, some Mod Podge. You're also going to need some paint. Again, I'm going to be using my red chalk paint, paintbrush, foam brush for the Mod Podge, as well as some more twine. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors and your hot glue gun. So before we get started painting, I want to get that glitter off of here. And oh, that's right, I'm sorry, I traced out that center heart onto my burlap first. Then I peeled that sticker off. And then I just gave this 2 good coats of my red paint. And then once it dried, I just Mod Podged my burlap heart to the center, and you'll see that here in just a minute. And first I did the Mod Podge on the whole heart, and then I laid my burlap down and did another coat of the Mod Podge on top of that. And I did find that heart tag in my stash. Somebody had sent that to me in some friend mail. So thank you, whoever that was. It came in handy. And I just coffee stained it and wrote to my heart. And then I thought a really simple burlap bow, or burlap twine bow, would look really cute. And I just made that by tying it like I do my shoelace. And then here I'm going to attach my key with my hot glue, figure out how I want my tag, and put that on with some hot glue, as well as my little bow. And then I did tack that down so it stayed in place. And that's it. On to project number 3 is this wood love decor sign from the Dollar Tree. And all we're going to do is paint it, and I'm painting it red. And I did give this 2 coats. It could have probably used a 3rd, just because I could see that demarcation line from the wood color to the purple color, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I see it because I know it's there. But I just painted this, like I said, 2 coats on the 3 sides, top, bottom, front, and the 2 sides, and in between all of the spaces in the letters. And then you're going to let this dry in between coats, and once it's done, it's so cute. And I just love the way all 3 projects came out, you guys. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure you give me a great big thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe that's down below. And don't forget to hit the little bell that will send you a notification every time I upload a new video. And if you know anybody, friends or family who would enjoy my channel, make sure you hit that share button. And that's it, guys. Please leave your comments, questions, or suggestions down below in the comments section. I love to hear from each and every one of you. And as always, from me to you, great big hugs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.